Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Fangoria challenge. This time, Jason and I watched Stir of Echoes. Stir of Echoes is a 1999 horror film based on the novel A Stir of Echoes by Richard Matheson. And according to Fangoria, it's one of the 101 best horror movies you've never seen. It's about a man named Tom, played by Kevin Bacon, who lives in a Chicago neighborhood with his wife Maggie, played by Catherine Erb, and their young son. Maggie's sister Lisa, played by Ileana Douglas, is a hypnotist. One night, while the group is partying, Tom gets drunk and asks Lisa to hypnotize him. It's basically a request to prove that she cannot actually do it, but she does. After being hypnotized, Tom's life turns upside down. His son, even before the hypnotism, has been talking to someone named Samantha. At first, she appears to simply be an imaginary friend, but now Tom can see her too. He has other visions as well, some of which have not even happened yet. Some of these visions are horrifying, and Tom begins to lose his mind. At least that's what Maggie thinks. Tom becomes obsessed with finding out answers about Samantha's disappearance. She apparently lived nearby, but had gone missing 6 months prior. No one in the neighborhood seems to know anything about the disappearance, simply that Samantha was a bit slow. But there is way more to this story, and Tom is about to learn the truth, whether he wants to or not. The hypnosis unlocked something in Tom, an ability, a gift. It's something his son has always had, and Tom is experiencing for the first time. Not all gifts are welcome, though, and for Tom, this one is a living nightmare. Stir of Echoes is really, really good. I remember this movie being fairly popular when it was first released. There was a lot of stir, if you will, about it, after seeing the trailers. For some reason, though, ever since, it seems to have been forgotten, and that's a shame. I guess that's why Fangoria considers it to be one of the 101 best horror movies you've never seen. Kevin Bacon is so good in the lead. He really nailed the Chicago accent. I also really like Catherine Erb in this, but then again, I like her in pretty much everything. Like Kevin Bacon. Zachary David Cope is the young actor who played Jake, Tom and Maggie's son in this, and he was fantastic for a child of only 4 years old when this was filmed. I'm shocked he wasn't in more. The only other thing I found was an uncredited role in The Wedding Singer. Fans of Gilmore Girls will also find Paris Geller herself in a role. There are other familiar faces as well, including a young Jennifer Morrison in a very significant role. Stir of Echoes is super atmospheric and genuinely creepy. I have a thing about lack of control. That's scary to me, and after Tom is hypnotized, he loses complete control of his own life. That alone is terrifying, never mind the horrific visions he is seeing. Interesting fact. When Tom is first hypnotized by Lisa, a real-life hypnosis process was used, so a specific sound effect needed to be utilized so that the audience did not fall asleep watching it. For those wondering, and since I almost always mention it, we do get some nudity in Stir of Echoes from Catherine Erb. And in the end, we get one hell of a twist. Like I said, Stir of Echoes is really, really good, and highly underrated in my opinion. As is my relatable recommendation for this one, The Gift. The Gift was released just a year after Stir of Echoes, in the year 2000, and it was directed by Sam Raimi. That's reason enough to seek this one out, but most people who have seen it watched it for an entirely different reason. This is the movie that features Katie Holmes naked. If you've seen Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, then you might remember this was the movie some of the characters were watching, specifically for that scene. If you're wondering if it's worth the hype, I can assure you it most certainly is. I'm recommending The Gift, though, not for the Katie Holmes nude scene, but because it definitely does relate to Stir of Echoes. It's about a fortune teller who is asked to help find a woman who went mysteriously missing. That's why it's called The Gift, not because of the Katie Holmes nude scene. Although that would also be a fitting reason. The Gift also has an all-star cast of familiar faces, just like Stir of Echoes. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. What will we watch next in the Fangoria challenge? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.